Look closely at this map. Does something seem familiar? This is Toyland from the game Fragpunk, but it's an exact replica of the iconic Inferno from Counter-Strike. The developers claim it's a brand new map, but is that really true? The layouts, the angles, the choke points, it's all there. Today we're going to break down exactly how identical this map is, and how this is an ongoing trend in the gaming industry, plus how Valve may have taken quick action already to get it removed. It starts with Fragpunk, a new game developed by Bad Guitar Studios and published by the massive Chinese tech giant NetEase. When it originally launched on Steam, it hit a peak of over 113,000 players, and since has just been going down. But last week, they released a new update and it included a new map called Toyland, and that's where this all begins. Now, for anyone who's played Counter-Strike, you know of Inferno. It's a legendary map. Its design has been tweaked and perfected over actual decades, being first added into the game back in 2001, and over the years it has turned into a staple for competitive play. It's a map that people have studied every single corner for years, so it wouldn't be hard for people to spot out if someone is just copying it. Right away, just by looking at the minimap, you will notice how similar these layouts are. When you start over in T-spawn on Inferno, you can take this separate path through Alt-Mid, going under the archway that then leads up to the stairs that you can then take through apartments all the way to the balcony. There's the truck jump up and pit in the corner in the iconic A site. It's the classic Inferno layout that everyone knows. But when you look at Toyland, it has the same layout. The exact same archway, there's even a bicycle near the same spot, the jump up to apartments and the stairs going in. You can then jump out the balcony and you'll notice everything is where it should be. It's literally the same map, just with a different skin. Instead of a dusty Italian town, it's a colorful toy village. But it gets even crazier. When you look at Banana, the iconic curved pathway to B site, the length, the shape, the cover, even the call out on the map, it's all identical. So it seems to be a lot more than just inspired by, as they are directly copying every gameplay aspect of the map. The exact same thing is with the B bomb site. On the right, you can go into the church or go straight through towards the site, where there's the fountain in the middle with all the cover in the exact same spot, with even the jump up to Coffin. You can compare this to every single key area of the map, middle, both bomb sites, and they even included Mexico to go from mid to alt-mid. Essentially, every single angle that has been perfected over the years has been copied. Now, where things get interesting is for a company that owns such valuable game IPs, Valve is usually incredibly open and supportive in many ways. Counter-Strike and Day of Defeat themselves started off as mods made by fans for Half-Life. Valve didn't shut them down, they saw the talent, so they bought the rights to the games and helped turn those mods into massive titles. They've also supported other fan projects like Black Mesa, a ground-up remake of the original Half-Life, allowing them to sell it on Steam for actual money rather than just being a free mod. Even just a few months ago, they released the official SDK for Team Fortress 2, allowing a whole new wave of mods to be made. And we've also seen Valve characters and items appear in tons of other games. When I was doing research for my video on this months ago, I found hundreds of direct references and collaborations of different Valve games inside of other games. Some were licensed, while others just seem to have just been people paying respect. So you could assume that maybe this game got an approval from Valve, but seeing as NetEase has a clear history of doing this, that seems to not be the case. Also, as of today, neither Valve nor NetEase or the developers had made any public statements about the Toyland map and its connection to Inferno, but it also looks like action has already been taken. The thing is, even before this map was released, people were already complaining about some cosmetics in Fragpunk, accusing them of using AI art, which makes people further believe that this could have been done in bad faith to just steal an iconic map layout that has been tried and tested for decades rather than just creating their own map. But the thing is, this kind of copying inside games isn't new, especially when it comes to games from large Chinese publishers. In fact, it's often led to major lawsuits. One of the most famous examples involves PUBG and NetEase, the same company behind Fragpunk. Back in 2018, Krafton, the creators of PUBG, sued NetEase over two of their mobile battle royale games, Rules of Survival and Knives Out. Krafton's lawsuit listed over 100 similarities. The case went on for many years and eventually got settled in 2023, with Krafton getting a win on some key claims. This shows that when copying is this obvious, legal action works. A more recent example comes from mid-2025, where there was another massive case. Sony, the creators of the Horizon series, sued Tencent, another huge Chinese tech giant, over their game Light of Motoram. Trailers and screenshots showed signs of copying: a red-haired protagonist, bow and arrow combat, tribal themes, robotic creatures, and ancient tech story elements. Many seen it as a near-exact clone of Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. Sony then filed a lawsuit in a US federal court alleging copyright infringement, and in response, Tencent quickly updated Light of Motoram's Steam page, changing screenshots and delaying the game's release by 2 years. While that lawsuit is still ongoing, this shows that these companies have a history of trying to directly copy these other games. So, bringing it back to Fragpunk's Inferno copy, the big question is, can a map layout actually be copyrighted? The difference between inspiration and copying is key here. Game developers inspire each other all the time, but what Fragpunk has done by replicating the map one-to-one seems to cross that line from inspiration to what many would call outright copying. I mean, they could have tried to do some actual gameplay changes to the layout, like even mirroring the map or moving around some of the key details, but it seems like they just didn't really care. There is the argument that this is all good for competition, as it will force game developers to improve and create more polished, innovative games to stand out. Valve, for instance, likely recognizes that Fragpunk has no threat to Counter-Strike's dominance. It's not like the entire Counter-Strike community is now going to switch to Fragpunk, so whether Valve decides to take legal action or not, it will be up to them. Now, where things really take a turn is, as I've been making this video, I needed to get the footage of the Toyland map, but when I tried to, I realized it disappeared from the game. That's because just hours before, there was a little hotfix update, which was the devs disabling Toyland. The developers have officially addressed the removal, saying that the map was taken down due to technical issues that were difficult to fix. They apologized for the inconvenience and stated they will continue to work on optimizations, even sending in-game compensations to players. So going by their official word, we can assume it was removed due to technical issues. But there is still some players who are speculating on its removal. Some players are wondering if the map was removed because the developers were trying to make it more original, or if the issue was connected to Valve reaching out to them. Either way, it does seem pretty coincidental that out of the 2 maps they added in the new update, the Inferno one, which was causing them some backlash, is now removed, or at least temporarily. What do you think? Was this just some fun inspiration, or were they directly copying Valve?